Okay, guys, this session I'm going to show you how to get our service or to consume our service in a client. So I'm going to create my ASP.NET client application, and let me go and create a new project. So I'm going to select ASP.NET web application. Uh, it's like I call name something web client. It asks for a template. I just want to select a web form. Okay, fine. Just go forward with that. It will create me the template for ASP.NET Web Forms application. It's creating my project. So few things before we are going to do that one. We need the URL for our service. So this is a service we are running locally. So no issue with that. I just directly go and get the URL in a browser. So I go, still it is getting installing, no issue with it. I okay, it's created me a AS product application. So I just open my default page over here. So here I going to write some piece of code to get the data by ID. So what I going to do in front end, I just remove all my body content over here. I just add a simple ASP.NET text box with an ID something like text ID, net server, and then I going to add a button ID something btn submit net is server. The text I am giving uh, get patient. Okay, I just generate a button click event by click double click the get patient button. It's creating me some dialog boxes. So some operation is going in the background. Okay, button submit event is created. So here I going to invoke one method, um, button patient get patient by passing a text ID dot text I just generate the method over here. Yeah. So now I going to write a piece of code here to get my data from the service to display in our web page. So how to do that one? So actually there is one attribute called a web client. I going to use that one. Web client, I called this as a proxy server equal to new. Yeah, it's asking for a namespace system.net. Okay, fine. I just creating the instance. Okay, now the second step, I want to get the URL of the service. So I'm going to get by, I just call this as a service URL. Okay, I just formatted my URL here by using the format. I just copy my service URL which I generated before. I just copy and paste it over here. Slash. Oh, what is the method I going to invoke? I going to invoke patient. So this is my patient and slash id. I just pass the parameter here p. So now we got the service URL. Next step to convert a byte format. So how to do that one? So whatever the URL that we have to convert it in a byte format. So I just call byte array and data. Okay, this is my data. I just going to download from proxy download data service URL. Okay, now my data is converted to a bit format. So I have to read this data in a memory stream. So what I am going to do? I just create a instant for the stream under system.ioa. I am calling this as a memory. This is actually the memory stream that I going to invoke. Memory stream. I am pausing my data over here. Okay, now we got all the data in the stream format. So now what we going to do? I just want the result. I am just having my result in a XML format. So I just want to defaultly get the response format in a JSON. So I just going to enable a data contract. So before going to do this one, I will tell you. So we are having the stream format of the deserialized format. So we have to serialize the data in a JSON format. So we have to initialize the data contract. Data contract JSON serializer. So before I going to do that one, I just adding one namespace called using system dot runtime dot serializing. Oops, runtime. Okay, actually I need a runtime JSON. For that I need a JSON to be installed in my system. So what I'm going to do is I just going to get my library JSON. Okay, this session is a bit long. Please continue watching the next session. How I going to get the services, and I am going to display the data in a web client. So please continues watching the video. Thanks for